guys, thanks very much for joining me today. As you can tell here, it's not really a review video that I have for you, more of an awareness video. So, first of all, just let me tell you a little bit about Cindy Wider, who she is, just in case you may not know who Cindy is. When I first got into art about 5 or 6 years ago, Cindy was one of the very first people that kind of like reached out to me, made me feel very welcome in the community, and was just incredibly nice and always willing to help out. If I needed to know anything, she was always on hand to help answer any questions that I had. Now, back then, Cindy's actually Australian. She lived back then. She was living in the UK. She was also a ambassador for Derwent. She still is an ambassador for Derwent, but obviously now out in Australia. But Cindy's also an ambassador for St Cuthberts Mill. So if you're not too familiar with St Cuthberts Mill, which I'm sure you are, they are a huge paper manufacturer. I'm sure if you've seen some of their pads and what have you, you would know the type of paper. They're very, very high quality paper, excellent company. And the papers that they make are just fantastic. And so Cindy obviously has a wide knowledge of the Derwent products, obviously, and the various different papers that St Cuthberts Mill produce. And so is very good at marrying up different pencils or different watercolors or like Inktense blocks with papers. And so she has an absolute wealth of knowledge when it comes to the colour pencil medium and watercolors as well, and obviously paper. But Cindy has, I only got to know Cindy about 5 or 6 years ago. Cindy has been around the medium a lot longer than 5 or 6 years, and she has published a few books, one of which I just had on my Christmas list. The 12 colour pencil technique book was one of Cindy Wider's books, and I think Cindy published that about 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I did a review of the book back then. Loved the book, and because it has a wealth of knowledge with regards to the medium in there, and it's one of those books that is just excellent to always keep, because it's just handy to reference back to every now and again for certain different things. But one of the, I think one of the things that Cindy has become really well known for, and I might be getting my timelines a little bit off here, but during the lockdown, it might have been just before the lockdown, but certainly during the lockdown, we all became privy to the Cuddlecats creatures that Cindy was developing. And because of the lockdown, Cindy, on social media and stuff like that, was showing us a lot of her concept drawings, a lot of the different poses that she was coming up with for these little creatures. Lots of different clothing and things like that she was coming up with, landscapes, their homes, their beds, little toys that they would play with. The whole world was basically created during that time frame. And like I say, during that time frame, rather than Cindy just, keeping all these concept drawings to herself until she had refined everything and then just, released the Cuddlecats on everybody, I think a lot of people really, really took well to them because they felt that they were part of the process. And that's just the type of person that Cindy is. Cindy had no problems whatsoever with showing people this wonderful process, and so many different people fell in love with them. Now, on Cindy's website here, which you can see now on your screen, there are two different services that Cindy has on offer. So there's, Cindy's Drawing Club, and the other one is Cindy Wider's Drawing Academy. Now, they're two very, very different services that are on offer. Cindy's Drawing Club is much more aimed at people who are really interested in the Cuddlecat world and wanting to draw or colour in the Cuddlecat characters, and the Cindy's Drawing Club is just that. It's an environment where people can get together. As you can see here on the image on your screen, there are Zoom calls, occasional Zoom calls, where everybody will join in and sit down and draw all at the same time, paint, colour in, do whatever. But you're able to talk to like-minded artists while you're doing it. It's basically just like going down into a cafe with a bunch of friends and sitting down drawing, only you have Cindy there as well, who's there on hand to talk you through different things. But apart from that, I mean, that's just one of the services on offer for Cindy's Drawing Club. There are many, many more things that I'll talk you over in a second. But the artists that would be involved or interested in that, like I say, are those people who would be interested in the Cuddlecats, wanting to try and learn how to create their own characters, perhaps, colour-alongs, adult colouring book enthusiasts, and storytellers, people who might be wanting to go down the route of creating your own illustrations for books, children's books, that type of thing. And then they have, Cindy then has the Drawing Academy. Now, the Drawing Academy has been around for a while, and it is absolutely outstanding. The level of work that because I was part of this, and the level of work that the students take part in is just amazing. Their final pieces are just amazing. Now, this is more kind of like a course, so it's kind of like a static thing. You don't go online and sit down and talk with people, and it's not like that type of thing. It's a course. It's laid out in different stages. You follow along at your own pace, and you can and there's different subjects that Cindy teaches you how to draw. So let's just take a very quick look at this one, because I just want to kind of like show you this first of all. So you can see here, and this is obviously done over a period of time, but you can see here where you start out simple. Cindy teaches you everything, all about shapes and what have you, and how to build up the constructs of something that you might want to draw. Then you can see realism here as well on this shoe. This is all, I've seen some of the students that have taken part in this course, and through Cindy's teaching, the results that these students have been able to, and when I say students, I'm talking about people of all ages, just art students in general. The level of work and detail that they're able to get just from listening to Cindy's instructions and her teaching method is phenomenal. Then we're going down into things like portraiture, commission-worthy drawings, that type of thing, because obviously a lot of artists are quite happy just to draw for themselves. Some artists want to be able to get to a standard where they can make a living from drawing and selling their artwork. And so a course like this is going to help them do that. This one here is more kind of like perspective drawing, showing you how to do that type of stuff. Drawing buildings, architecture. Then we're down here, we're into colour, different colour pencil techniques. And then this last bit here is just art from the students that has been showcased. As you can see here at the bottom, this is the pricing for here. It's $127 US, and that's it. That's the, once you pay that, you've got access to the entirety of the course. You can all the different elements of the course are there for you to use when and however you want. You can also include it in this price. As you can see here, you get one video critique from Cindy. There's a private Facebook group. And like it says here, it's a non-recurring payment. So you pay that $127 and that's it. You're done. We go back up to the top here. And so now, but when we come back to Cindy's Drawing Club, which is a completely different approach to colour pencil art, it's a much more community-led thing. It's much more... It's certainly one of those... I guess the best way of saying it is, you know, the lockdown created a lot of different problems for so many people, but out of the lockdown has come some good things, and this is one of those things. Cindy's Drawing Club is one of those really, really good things that have been born out of the lockdown. The fact that people were isolated, people were locked away, you know, may not have been able to come into human contact with friends and family. I mean, we all know how that felt because we were all part of it. But things like this, Cindy's Drawing Club, allowed artists the ability to sit down in front of a camera, which most of us have now with our phones, our laptops, our iPads, whatever. Sit down in front of a camera and get to talking to other artists about the same topics that we all love and care about and we're passionate about, and build up friendships, but at the same time doing art, which is what we all love. And more importantly, Cindy was in these Zoom groups as well. Now, it's not just about these Zoom groups. So if we go in here, because I'll come back to the pricing towards the end for this one. This one, let's just sign in here first of all. Okay, so as you can see here, so this is the homepage that you would be brought to if you signed up for this and you became a member. You can see here, I don't want to click on this because I don't want to show members who may not want to be shown in public. But this, if you click on this, you get to see all the different people that are part of this community. And so you can, you know, once you're a member and you're in here, you can message them, you can talk to them, you can, you know, it's like a Facebook group, so to speak, but a lot more privacy, and it's a lot more specific in terms of the art that you're going to do and that type of thing. If we click on Discovery here, you can see these are different activities that have been done or that are available for you to go and click on and see more about. So this one here, the Cuddlecats Family and Friends activity. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this. See, this the downside about doing a review on something like this is I don't want to show off too much, because obviously the real kind of like magic in this whole website is the community aspect of it, but I don't want to show everything off and spoil it for anybody who's wanting to join. But you can see here, right, so from the very beginning, click on that. Each of these links here leads you to something different. Nearly every link in these types of activities, Cindy has like a little video clip where she explains what's going on, what's going to happen, the different types of products that they're going to use, paper, pencils, colours that you might want to use. That, like I said, that's just the beginning. That's just explaining the different things, introducing the Cuddlecat family and friends. So here we go. Again, another video here, just explaining all about the Cuddlecats, who they are, and probably how they came about. So again, this is another activity here that you can go down. Now, a lot of these activities, when you go into them, will have like PDF files, which means that you can print stuff out. Let me get back to the home page. So you'll be able to print stuff out for yourself. These are all different posts that have been put up by Cindy. You can actually find out if there's any members, anybody that's a member of this Cindy Strong group that lives geographically close to you. So that's a really neat feature. It means that you can meet up face to face. Obviously, lockdown and all that, those COVID rules considered. You've got these daily cafe chats as well. So these are things where when Cindy first told me about this website and I went on to it and I had a look around, I found it so difficult to work out in my head how one person is able to manage this entire thing, be there for people, answer questions, do all these other things, do these little video clips explaining things for people. I know Cindy gets a lot of help from her husband, but even at that, both of them doing this level of work is just mind-blowing. So if we go across here to topics as well, again, these are all different topics here that you can take part in. Art materials, if you want to know how to lay out your art materials, the different art materials that Cindy uses, studio equipment, charcoal drawing, inks and markers, crafts, positive thoughts and prayers, lots of different things here that you can just click on, follow along. If it's a group that interests you, you can just click on it, follow on it, and every time Cindy puts something into the group, then you'll be made aware of it. So if we click on this one here, right, art materials, you can see here all the different posts, other people showing their studios, their setups, that type of thing. If we go down here into events, now I don't think there's very many events at the minute because obviously we're coming up to Christmas, but if you go into past events, you can see here again all these different events that have gone in the past. Draw along Max, Cuddlecats Toy Monkey. So let's just click on that, have a quick look. So again, this is a file that you could click on, be able to print this out and colour it. And like I say, these are all past events, but obviously once we come out of the holiday period, so if we go back, say October, you can click on the date. And so there you go, Friday the 15th. This was an event that was scheduled for Timmy, Cuddlecat's toy turtle. 22nd, Ginger Cuddlecat in Christmas stocking. So these were all events that were just scheduled in, and this is one of the beauties about Cindy Strong Club, because the events will be scheduled ahead of time, and you can just have an announcement and join in at that particular time. Like I say, we've got groups here, the daily chat cafe, new groups that you can talk to, so many different things going on in part of this. It's incredible. So if we go back, let me just take you back to the original website here. Okay, so there's a little bit, like I say, there's a little blurb here about what to expect from Cindy Strong Club. If we scroll on down here, there's a lot of testimonials there. So the pricing for this is $49.99 US per year. So it is a recurring payment, but once you pay your $49.99, say you pay it on the 1st of January, then you're good for the whole year. So everything Cindy does over that year in Cindy Strong Club it's all there for you to take part in. And it says here as well, obviously you can cancel at any time. There's no contracts or anything like that. So for $49.99, everything is included, but it will be an annual recurring payment. Now, if you take a little look here at all the different things that are included, and Cindy's put a value down here of how much you could expect to pay for just this one aspect of Cindy's Drawing Club. You can see here yourself, I mean, just the daily chat cafe community in itself, you're getting more than value for money. But all these other things here as well that are part of the community and part of the service, you know, $49.99 a year is a fantastic price to pay for any service from an artist of Cindy's quality. And not only is Cindy an outstanding artist in her own right, but she, like I said, she is one of the nicest people you will ever meet. She will always do whatever she can to help. And one of the things that I think is so refreshing about this particular community is that there's no judging. There's nothing you could do would cause a negative reaction from people, from other members in the community or anything like that. It's all good fun. It's all about good mental health. It's all about community bonding and being able to sit and chat to a group of like-minded friends who will probably become, you know, like I said, you have that geograph thing there as well that you can click on and see if any of the members live close to you. And if so, then, you know, that's another thing, another branch of this that you could maybe get into by meeting up with other artists if they live within the same area as you. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I think this is a fantastic thing to join, or perhaps even get a friend or any artist you know, maybe a subscription for Christmas. That would be an excellent Christmas present for any artist, really. And you, like I say, you've got two to choose from there. So you have the Cindy's Drawing Club and Cindy's Drawing Academy. So it depends on what type of art you're looking to get into, whether you want this community aspect from the Drawing Club or whether you just want to learn from the course and you pay that one-off fee. You've got that, you know, the options are fantastic. You choose whatever best suits your needs. And that's really about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all the support. And definitely go across, take a look at this. Take a look at the videos that Cindy has on here explaining the Drawing Club and the Drawing Academy as well. Read up about it for yourself because I know I've just skimmed the surface on showing you what's inside the packages, but go across, take a little read at it yourself, and I definitely think it's something well worth considering joining, or like I say, signing up a subscription service for a friend or a family member who might be an artist or just somebody that loves colouring, might be isolated, might want to get involved in a community like this. I think this would be a wonderful Christmas present for anybody to give. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Thanks, bye.